to close a customer and to sell, it's an art to it. So you don't make a person buy your services. You persuade them to do it. So in this video, what I'm going to be talking about is 3 points to help persuade a customer to buy the services that you offer. Alright? Now, once you understand these 3 points, it's imperative that you go through and begin to implement this, because if you start implementing it now, you'll start putting yourself on the path of understanding how persuasion actually works. Okay? Now, in order for you to persuade, it starts with this first thing. You have to become an artist. Now, you may be thinking, well, I don't draw, I don't paint. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. You actually are an artist, but in regards to using your words. See, there's a quote that I once heard, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So when you're conveying your message, your presentation, your proposal to your prospect, you're using your words to paint a picture of why they should move forward with you. Now, depending on how good you are with articulating your words and how you can position your offer with that customer, or with that prospect, I should say, is going to determine how much are they going to be leaning towards moving forward with you. Because your words, again, is speaking to them in a way that they are trying to validate the reasons why they should move forward with you. So you want to make sure that each stroke of your words is painting a very, very vivid and favorable picture, not only for yourself, but for them as well, because they have to win first before you win. Okay? Number 2, it's all about listening. So often, when you're sitting there having a conversation with someone, and they're telling you about a story or a situation. Now, here's how the mind works. If you're not really interested in what it is that they're talking about, they could be sitting there talking to you, and your mind will go on a thought trip. It will be somewhere else. And as they're sitting there talking to you and giving you information, guess what? You're missing it because you hear them. You're right there. Physically, they could see you looking at them, and in their mind, they're thinking you are paying attention. But in retrospect, your mind is on something else, and you're missing vital details, because now it's one or two things that's going on in your mind. You're either thinking about something that serves yourself, or you're thinking about what's the next thing you're going to say to them once they come to a stopping point in their conversation. Now you start back talking, and they may have said something that related to what you're talking about now, and now they're confused. Now, and also, if they're not confused, they know that you haven't been paying attention, you haven't been listening to them. Especially if they just said something about something and you are now asking them a question about it again. That is the easiest way to shoot yourself in the foot. So make sure you stay engaged, listen to the customer. There's a quote out there, seek to understand, then be understood. So you have to come from a position of wanting to understand where they're coming from. That piece right there will put you in the driver's seat to persuading them. This will also give you the tools that you need to paint the picture for them when you begin to present to them. And then lastly, number three is believe. It starts with believing. You have to believe that you can get them to buy. You have to believe that you can close them. I remember it was a time when I was first learning how to sell, and I was going business to business at the time. And my mentor, one of my mentors, took me out on a sales call with them. And we were in California. I'll never forget this day. It was very, very impactful for me, because my mentor had at the stage in his career, he didn't have to go out in the field and generate money anymore. It was coming to him passively. But he went out in the field with me, and I noticed something that he was doing every single time. He will always, before engaging into the conversation, he would say, we're gonna close this business. We're gonna close this business. We're gonna close this business. He kept saying that. I'm like, and every time we were getting told no, 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 no. Like, I'm like, wow. It got to the point I heard him say it so much, I started saying it too. Like, we were alternating doors. Hey, I'm gonna close this one. Nope. He was like, I'm gonna close this one. Nope. The reason I share that with you, because towards the end of that day, we made more money that day than most reps have made in that week. All because we just believed we were gonna do it. Now, yes, we got told no a lot, but no one ever remembers the no's. Once you close, the no's don't even matter anymore. We got through all of those no's because we believed there were yeses out there waiting on us. And the only way to get to them, we had to cut through the noise of no's. So you have to believe without a shadow of a doubt that what you're saying, what you're presenting, is gonna work. It's gonna work for them. And if you believe it, guess what? Believing is contagious. If you believe it, why wouldn't they believe it? You're saying it with such authority, you saying it with such conviction, why not? It must work. But you have to make sure you're using all three of those. If those three things are not working for you simultaneously, then you can't close any customer. It won't work for you. You have to make sure that you're an artist. You have to make sure that you're listening, and you have to make sure you believe in what it is that you're talking about and what it is that you do. You have to believe in your process. Okay? All right. So if you got any value from this video, I want you to like, and I want you to share it for me. Also, depending on where you're watching this, subscribe. What I want you to do, if you subscribe, comment below if there's a question or it's something that you can't quite figure it out, or you just want to ask and try to get a different perspective on it. Comment below, and I'll look at making a video for you to offer a different perspective, see if that'll help you out. But as always, never let it rest. Your good is better, and your better is best, and the best is yet to come. I'll talk to you later.